Okay, I'm Bethany. I'm almost 24 and I grew up in the church. My dad was actually a pastor, a Baptist pastor in all these little towns in this area. And so I've known about Christ my whole life, and I've been a Christian for as long as I can remember. And I've always heard about the spiritual gifts and, prophecy and things of that sort. But I guess I had always kind of just thought like that wasn't for me. And it's been really cool to see that change in myself and to grow in that way. A little bit about my story with prophecy training, which sounds like some scary thing, but it's not. It's a lot more simple than you would think it is. I think the big thing that I learned is prophecy is not some big complicated thing. It's way more simple than than people make it out to be. And I had heard people say that all the time, and I had just thought they're full of it, they're more holy and more spiritual than me, but that was not the case. About a year and a half ago, I started talking to Cameron and Natalie and a bunch of people like that a lot, saying over and over again how much I wanted to hear God speak to me, and I just want to hear his voice, but I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't. And then we started prophecy training in Cornerstone, which is the college and young adults ministry here. I was a little terrified, but also really excited about it going into it, because I knew this was something that I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna work for me or whatever. I was just kind of, I guess, doubting myself. The way we started things was we started talking about, okay, what is prophecy? And all it is sitting here thinking, okay, so-and-so is sitting right here in front of me. If Jesus was sitting right here, what would they say about that person? And we would go out on the tech campus and we would just pray for people, and we were really encouraged to not just do cookie cutter prayers, but to really try to hear what God is saying about the depths of that person's heart and try to speak to that person the way God would. At Cornerstone, they created a safe environment for us to try things and it be okay to fail. And I think that's really important for us to find as Christians, is to find that environment to be stretched and grow, but it also be okay to make mistakes and to say the wrong thing or whatever. So one of the things that we did in prophecy training was an exercise called the Soul Christ Circle, and we all got in a circle of a group about 5 people, and we had a leader over each group, and we were told to close our eyes, and the leader would place their hand on one person's shoulder, and then they would tell us all, okay, pray. And this was just an exercise for us to hear what the Lord was speaking about somebody while not knowing who that person was. It was terrifying doing that. But then after the fact, when we were talking about it all, one of the girls in my group said something that had been spot on for them that had come out of my mouth, and I was just floored because it just dawned on me all of a sudden, oh my gosh, God used me. God spoke to me and through me for this person. I just broke down crying because oh my, holy cow, God used me. God loves me enough to speak to me. It just made me realize all these times that I've been asking, God, I just want to hear for you. He'd been speaking to me all along. And I just didn't realize that it was him. And now, ever since then, I can't shut up about it. Anytime I start talking about Cornerstone and prophecy training, I think to myself, oh, I'm only going to speak to this person about it for 2 minutes, and I'm there for 30 minutes because I can't stop. And I can't stop telling people how much Christ loves them now. Once you figure out in a new way just how much Christ loves you, I mean, how could you stop? How could you not be changed? And if you can just take a second to take a leap of faith and actually try to tell somebody what you just think maybe Christ is speaking to them through you, whether it's right or wrong, at least you tried. And if it's right, you could potentially change both of your lives.